Hey now, Steve Severs for Bionic Buzz, and last night we got to cover Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights 2019. So I'm going to give you all the lowdown, what happened, and I'm going to give you some tips and reviews, and try to keep it as spoiler-free as possible, but I'm going to be showing you some short clips for each maze, so you can decide what you want to do or don't go on. Obviously, I highly recommend you go check it out this year, because it's bigger and badder. And let's go through it. Alright, first up is Us, all-new maze based on the blockbuster film from Universal Pictures and Visionary Academy Award winner filmmaker Jordan Peele. I did not like this maze. I did not find it scary at all. I was very disappointed in it. But I haven't seen the movie Us. And my friend didn't see it either. We left, we're like, But I had other friends who've seen the movie and loved it. And they thought it was their best maze there. So I guess if you've seen the movie, go check it out. If not, then if you have time, maybe go see it. Yeah. So, but yeah, it wasn't very scary or visually that exciting to me. But like I said, if you disagree, leave a comment below. All right. Ghostbusters, Sony Pictures classic 1984 film comes to life for the first time ever as all new maze. This was one of my favorite mazes of all time. Oh my goodness, it was so good. I could go through it a million times. Big Ghostbuster fan. I highly recommend you check it out. And first, a side note. I should probably tell you where locations are for everything here. So, like I said, Us is by the trams. And right next to it was the original maze, Curse in Pandora's Box, which we'll get to later. Ghostbusters, Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, and Creepshow were all on the back lot at like New York, New York. But the thing is, you have to walk all the way there. There's no tram taking you there. So basically, you go down to the lower lot, you go past Transformers, you walk this pretty long walk, uphill sometimes. They did have a Toxic Avengers like scare zone when you had to walk through this tunnel. So if you want to kind of do every area as it is, I would recommend doing the backlot area first. They do have bathrooms back there, but it's porta potties, so maybe use the restroom before you walk over there, like by Jurassic World. But yeah, Ghostbusters was amazing, and oh my goodness, it was like a 120-minute wait. So maybe if you're a big Ghostbuster fan, maybe head there first when you park first. So it opens up. They did have some video screens while you waited in line. They showed a bunch of clips from the Ghostbuster Fan Fest. Actually, you could see me in one of the shots at the Sony lot, and it was funny because when I was there, we were like, man, they should have a Ghostbusters haunted house. And it's so cool that Universal Studios made it. And there's so many classic moments from the movie brought to life. Definitely go check it out. So how about we stay in that area over there and I'll go back to everything. So let's see, what was else over there? Oh, Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, inspired by Universal's original cinematic monsters in the movie studio that invented the horror film genre. I love this maze. I've actually seen the original, and they had some fun scenes from that in there, but I had friends who didn't, and they still loved it. It's still the Wolfman and Frankenstein, and it's the classic horror movies. Very cool set designs. Maybe jump a bunch too, so that was cool. Also stay in that area. Creepshow Maze inspired 1982 classic movie directed by George Romano and Shudder's brand new series. I haven't seen the new Shudder series yet, but you don't have to enjoy the maze. Basically, if you've seen the original one, they have the Father's Day zombie, which is such a cool looking zombie, and it jumps out at you a bunch. And they had, God, blanking. The monster was like in the crate at the college, and the bug one, the guy was like afraid of bugs episode, and that was pretty awesome. And then from the two new series, they had like this weird like bug family one and this like werewolf one. It was really good. Oh my goodness! In the very beginning, where they had the comic book come to life when you enter, it was really amazing. So, and they also had a scare zone over there too. They have food over there for you and games too, so it's not like you're secluded in the back lot. It's pretty awesome walking around New York, New York, I will say, that whole back lot area. So yeah, go to that first, I recommend. And Ghostbusters to me was the best maze, so check that out. So lower lot, they had Stranger Things, based on season 2 and 3 in Netflix critically acclaimed supernatural thriller. This one had like a 100-minute wait, and it was okay. I'll say that. I love Stranger Things 1 and 3. 2 was okay. It's mostly based on season 2, and to me, it felt like it kind of just repeated over and over again on it. But I had some other die-hard Stranger Things friends who loved it. At the very end, they added some Stranger Things 3, the cabin scene, which was so awesome. I loved every second in that. I wish they had more Stranger Things 3. So if you're diehard Stranger Things fans, yeah, wait through the line. Just know there's not a whole lot from season 3 in there. I believe they took the 2-1 from last year and just added the cabin scene from 3 to the end of it. So I was hoping for like a Stargate Mall type thing. Speaking of that, they do have like a Stargate Mall like food area that pop up. And merchandise, they have it make it look like 80s arcade. And check it out, there's also these like VHS cassette boxes that have socks inside them, Ghostbuster one, and some other cool merch in there. So go check that out on the lower lot while you're down there. And also over there, I forgot, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's kind of like right behind the Mummy. I really loved it. I loved that very fun movie. I had friends who hadn't seen the movie, and they still loved it too. They thought it was really fun. Some people didn't think it was scary. I thought it was it. I mean, clowns jumping at you is scary enough. And it looks like I felt like it was right in the movie for that, which is great. And so there's also, if you haven't been on Jurassic World yet, I highly recommend you do that while you're down there. So then back up, right by Waterworld is House of a Thousand Corpses. Woo! This is probably my second favorite maze there because I'm a huge fan of the movie and Devil's Rejects, and can't wait for 3 from Hell coming out soon. And also, I just saw online today that Sig Haig is actually doing better in the hospital, so that's awesome. So, yeah, if you're a huge fan, this one probably made me jump the most. It was really cool, you know, Dr. Satan, and it was so good. And there's also have a little 3 from Hell poster at the end. I thought that was cool. So, actually, it was funny, but I left that maze. Rob Zombie and Sharon Moon were actually walking up to go through it. So, that was pretty cool. Also up there, Holidays in Hell. It's kind of in the back. I don't know, where would it be? Sort of by the Walking Dead one. And this was actually probably my third favorite one. Very creative. This is a new maze based on like old holiday postcards. If you saw our coverage from Midsummer Scream, they talked about it in the panel. I could go through this one a million times because there's so many little details that I loved in that. And they had Thanksgiving that was crazy, St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day, 4th of July, Christmas, Halloween. It's based on a scare zone they had, I think, last year. And when you leave, they have, I believe, that scare zone thing there as you walk out. So a lot of people really raved on this one. And a lot of people that I talked to said this was their favorite one there, actually. So like I said, I gave it my third favorite one. So yeah, like I said, Us and Curse of Pandora's Box is backed by the tram entrance. And like I said, was disappointed in Us. Curse of Pandora's Box is all new original maze based on the twisted Greek mythology tale. This one was really cool. I really enjoyed it. I jumped a bunch. They had a lot of cool like blacklight colors and stuff, and visually it really popped. Very cool. And I also did the Walking Dead one. This was my first time doing it. And you might say, well, why is it the first time? It's been out for a while. Well, every time I've been there with my daughter, and she wouldn't want to go on it. So I actually jumped a bunch in this. So if you haven't been on that, check it out. Even though it was a short line for that, since it is out year-round. So basically, plan what you want to do. Like I said, Ghostbusters and Stranger Things had the longest wait. So both for like 100+ minutes. So... And it runs now through November 3rd. You can get tickets at HollywoodHalloweenHorrorNights.com. And I highly recommend you check it out for any passionate horror fan. They really do an amazing job there at Universal Studios. You really feel like you're in the sets of these movies there. So thanks for watching, everyone. Please hit the subscribe button if you like what you saw. Hit a thumbs up. And leave some comments if you disagree with what I said about the mazes or any other tips you think I forgot. And please follow us on Bionic Buzz and all social media. Thank you.